Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Simone, and today we have another business owner, and she is a coach. She's from San Antonio, Texas, and we are going to do a spin on the business checkup. So instead of going through the customer journey like I normally do with my business checkups, today my guest, Violet Detre. Did I say your name right, Violet?
Detre.
Detre, right. Violet Detre. I met her years ago. She's a lovely, fabulous person. Her and her husband are coaches. And, she's been having some difficulty marketing to her ideal people. So we are going to go through some a couple of exercises to help her hone in her messaging so that she can find her ideal client and talk to them in a way that they'll respond. So, and then hopefully, we can check back with her in a month or two and see how it's going. What do you think about that, Violet?
Sounds great. Thank you so much for having me, Simone, and lovely to see you again. I love trying new things, and what I've been trying has not worked. So please help me.
Okay.
And I'm excited as, I get this help that will be able to help others also.
Absolutely. That is what we are aiming to do, is to maybe get some insights into your business and to see if we can help others with what they might be struggling with. I know for a fact that one of the biggest problems that like new entrepreneurs have is finding their clients, finding the right people. So before we started, tell us a little bit about your business and who it is you're trying to reach.
Well, I graduated from graduate school and I got a professional and executive coaching degree. I also went to Liberty University, took all the coaching degrees there, had, these big dreams. I wanted to step out, be a Christian life coach or, coach somebody in corporate. But like you were saying, one of the things that beginning when you're coaching, how do you find your people? So I've been trying different things, challenges, or lots of organic marketing, but so far I haven't gotten the results that I want.
Okay. So we are going to try to fix that today. And we're going to do a couple of exercises. So one is we're going to examine your target market. So before I do that, let me do this. Okay, so we're going to examine your target market. So you were talking to me about your market being faith-based people, right?
Yes, I'm a believer. I gave my heart to Christ since I was 8. So
Mhm.
Jesus is just going to come straight out of me. And
Okay.
people that don't resonate with that, it's not going to be a good fit.
Okay. And then you also had some other criteria. What's your other criteria?
That the household income would be $50,000 or more,
Okay.
for them to have children, one or two
Okay.
children, and probably around 35 to 45 years old.
Mm, 45 in age. Okay.
And of course, for them to have my problem top of mind. So whatever I can offer, that that's what keeps them up at night.
All right. So tell me, what is it that you're offering?
What I'm offering is helping them to create basically a coaching program. They don't actually have to be called coaches, but for other people to learn from their experience. So using their knowledge to train other people, just like the Bible says, to be mentored, but also to mentor other people. And
Mhm.
that way they'll have income coming in and also fulfill their purpose.
Okay. And their purpose being?
Their purpose, that all of their experiences or their expertise, they will be able to like plant a seed in other women, other men, other people, so that those other people can help others.
Okay.
So kind of
So,
like legacy.
okay. So you're a coach who wants to help other people create coaching programs and create coaching businesses,
Right.
and so that they can help others with, whatever niche that they happen to be in. Is that right?
Exactly. Yes.
And they are faith-based people.
Yes.
Okay. So, um, so the question is, what makes this type of person your ideal client?
Well, I started with life coaching, and that was too general. Um, because it's just like, well, what part of my life, what area of my life? And that didn't really hit the nerve of the people that I was trying to reach. But now that I've been through all this processing about doing the organic marketing, doing my funnels, running my challenges, and also being able to glean from my experiences to
Mhm.
help others, now that I guess I'm a little bit seasoned, I can help those other people that want to start off as well. And I can also help them write books because I have 2 best-selling books.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so you want to help them to build up coaching programs and to write books.
Yeah, that was kind of like a bonus, but I don't know if that's a little bit confusing in the offer. But
Um,
you can build authority by writing a book. So
right. So it's really having a book as a great lead magnet is
right,
what.
that too.
Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at now, so you have spoken to several people and you've had people in webinars and different things like that. Um, in your speaking to them, what have they told you that their problem is?
Money.
Money.
They want to make money.
They want to make money, and that's because what, they don't have money?
That's because for some reason, yeah, the people that I've come across, that's what they're searching for. They're looking for that breakthrough. They're looking for, um, I guess, to break free maybe from an 8 to 5 and have that freedom, but they also want to have impact. So they're people of purpose also. So they don't want to just do whatever. They want to make sure that it aligns with their values and
Mm-hmm.
something that God has called them to do in their heart. Um, but that's one of the things that they want to break free from is poverty.
Mm. Okay. So they want to break free from poverty.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot of people. Huh. That is the same for a lot of people. All right, so now if you're asking people who are poverty stricken, I'm just gonna put this out there. If you're asking people who are poverty stricken to invest in your program, you're probably gonna get a lot of no's.
that's what I've been getting.
Yes, yes. So that might not be the best draw, and it might not be the best audience niche to get into. There's lots of people out there who are not poverty stricken, who are also believers and who want to maybe switch careers into coaching.
Yeah,
Um, that would the have the funds to actually invest in your program. But if you go after the people who are poverty stricken, um, then just by that definition alone, their what they spend their money on is not going to be something that they want. It's going to be something that they need, more
right.
like the big four that Dave Ramsey likes to talk about when you're really stressed, right? He talks about food, shelter, clothing, and I think transportation, right? That's what they're going to be focused on. They may want to do lots of other things, but because the money is so tight, they're only going to spend it on the things that they need, not what they want.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah. And so that's why I'm wondering, how do I approach them? Because on Facebook, you have to call them out. So
Mhm.
eh, the people that I've been calling out don't necessarily feel like my people, because my people also, um, ideally, they believe in having fun and having joy and doing business with joy, not
Mhm.
grinding, not white knuckling um, your way to, because why are you going to leave a job that you've been underneath somebody's thumb, and then you're going to go to a job that is not going to be enjoyable? So that's
Right.
another thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wants that. Um, okay. So let's look at, all right. So I'm gonna plug some information into my little calculator here, and we're
Their
gonna see
magic.
if we can come up with something else that might help you, right? Mm, and let's see. So we've got your coaching program. And right now you're in San Antonio, but I'm assuming you are looking for clients all over the states.
All over the states. I can also do Canada,
Yeah.
because of the time zones.
Okay. So we're gonna say US and Canada. And um, so customer base is, let me, because I wrote that down earlier. And these are your what we call them, your demographics, not necessarily your psychographics, but it'll help us to come up with some psychographics. You know what psychographics means?
I've heard of the term, but it's been quite a while since I looked up the definition. More about their behavior, maybe, or
Exactly. It's more their beliefs, their problems, what they're looking to solve. And like your demographics are, where they live, their age, their physical environment, stuff like that. Um, so like the demographics, it helps to know that so you can kind of get the get an idea of like how to find them and how to find them, kind of how to talk to them a little bit, but the psychographics gives you more of an internal idea, like what do they want out of life. And
if they like the
so
color purple, that might be good too, since my name is Violet. I know on Facebook you used to be able to target that kind of thing.
yeah. Um, Coaching business. Let's see what we get back. Why in the world? Oh, there we go. Okay, so these are people who are, they have high values, they value community, personal growth. They're actively seeking tools and guidance for personal development. And so we're gonna look at their problems might be they're struggling to balance their personal, the family, and professional aspirations, within their faith-based values. They might have limited access to tailored coaching resources. and they're overcoming this feeling of stagnation in their personal and professional lives, which is why they're looking to do something different. They may feel like, hey, I've got all this, I have this expertise, I have this knowledge, I can be sharing it with others. Um, so you want to offer them kind of, that experience that you have where you can speak to them, especially on that faith-based level. And you want to make sure that all of your advice and your strategies align with Christian values, of course, that makes sense. Let's see. So as far as and this is like how do we define success, right? We want to make sure that you are very clear and in integrating your faith with professional ambitions and making sure. So for like, I was talking earlier about like not targeting broke people, basically. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so that is definitely a not to target, but you're also not targeting secular people.
Mm-hmm.
You're not targeting the very young or the very old. That 35 to 45 range is very narrow.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it is. It's very narrow, and you're fine with that narrowness. You feel
Yeah,
like
they say the
speak to
more
them.
narrow you can get, the better.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So some objections they might throw at you. Concerns about the cost of coaching. Yeah, we've already looked at that. And then skepticism about whether faith-based coaching can provide practical business results. Um, what kind of business results are you promising to your clients?
That they will be able to glean from their experiences or their expertise. So this is going to be easy. This is going to be something that they already know, and
Mhm.
they will already be ahead of the people that they're going to be teaching. So being able to find out their blueprint, I guess you could say, to be able to help others based
Okay.
on what they've gone through in life.
Okay. So you're helping them to take their current expertise and create a blueprint from it,
Hmm.
a framework that they can use to then go and coach someone else.
Right.
Okay. Do you help them with their marketing at all, or helping them to like figure out their operations or their onboarding, offboarding? Um, how do they treat their clients? Anything like that?
Well, I can help them with simple tools because some people think that it has to be complicated and they go and pay, hundreds of thousands of dollars for a website, and um, they don't take the correct steps the correct way. First, get some successes, first, get some testimonies, and make it simple. The simpler, the better. So, wherever they're at, if they want to just do phone calls, if they're comfortable with Zoom, there's different little programs that you can use, like the one where I made my appointment for this meeting. Those types of things, I
Mhm.
can tell them how easy it is,
Okay.
because yeah, they can do it. It doesn't have to be this big old complicated thing. Um, like if back in the day, it was you had to write a huge business plan and get big old loans to start a business, and now it's so much easier, and you can do it from the comfort of your home.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That is so true. You don't have to go oh, let me, especially if you're a coach, because everything you need is online and in your head, really.
Exactly.
Ah,
I love the way you put that.
yeah. And I like to say that, we really have no excuses because, We have everything we need right now. I know a lady who is actually starting up a bartering site where business owners who need services and need products can barter with other business owners to kind of get that stuff and get it off the ground, which I think is pretty awesome.
You're gonna have to
Um,
connect me with that person.
okay, okay, I will. Alrighty, so we talked about some of their objections, who the target is and who you should not be going after, right? What success might mean to them and what makes them an ideal candidate and what problems are they trying to overcome that you can maybe solve? So have you, like in your marketing, do you talk about, that struggle between, the personal, the family, the professional, having coaching resources that align with their faith, um, overcoming stagnation in their current careers and wanting to change? Do you talk about that in your marketing?
Well, I mostly do, I don't know if you want to call it short form content, because some people do long-term content. And
Mhm.
I'm like, you are putting me to sleep. I'm just not that person.
Mm,
So what they recommended for me to do is do a little post using the little Facebook backgrounds, and
mhm.
they only have a certain number of characters that you could use. So it has to be like super concise. So I
Right.
can't really cover much, just, calling them out,
Mhm.
and the problem that I solve, telling them that I have, that I want to help so many people. Sometimes I tell them over so many days. Sometimes it's free. This last one that I offered was $8 because I want to make sure that they have some skin in the game, some buy-in. That way I could get more qualified leads
Oh, and that was for what, like a webinar or something?
for another challenge. I was
Oh,
going to do
challenge, okay.
a 5-day challenge. I think I called it Profit from Your Story,
Mm-hmm.
but somebody told me that's a little woo woo. It's not like
People talk
10.
about profiting from your story constantly, all the
Do
time.
they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you look up, there's this coach, I just recently found her. Her name is Dr. Sonia Stribling, I think is her name.
Okay.
But she coaches women, and her whole message is, you know, profit from your story, whatever the pain and the challenges and stuff that you've had in your past, use it, create a business, share with other people and profit.
Yeah,
Because don't we all have those things in our past that people may have that we've overcome, that if we share it, other people may be able to get hope from it,
exactly.
and as the Bible tells us, don't just give it, sell it.
Right.
So, um, so yeah, that's whoever said it was woo woo, ignore them.
Okay.
Okay, so when it comes to drawing out, uh, d- do you have anywhere where you do any type of long form content? Do you have a newsletter that you send out to people on a consistent basis or anything like
I
that?
newsletter, no. Email list, yes, but it's the wrong people.
Okay. Um, all right. So I am going to suggest that you hone your messaging and do some long form content. And I'm going to say do some long form content specifically because the longer the message is, it- it's that wisdom that the more time you spend with somebody, the more they get to know, like, and trust you. With short form content, you're trying to connect with people in 30 and 60-second sprints. And by the time they're like getting into it, they're moving on to another video. They don't really get to know you. So uh, LinkedIn actually is a platform that rewards long form content. When you go on there and you see people posting these long blog posts and different posts like that, and I don't do them very long, but I'll write a story or something and, include a video, a short video that goes along with it. But people do like to read those things because you can share so much more in a long form post. So I say mix it up if you're on Facebook, Instagram, and then especially LinkedIn, where it's actually rewarded because you want to spend more time with people. You want people to get to know you. You want to be there in their face for longer periods of time.
Yeah, the only long-term content that I've posted online are templates that I've gotten from other people.
Okay. And you personalize them. What are these
Yeah,
templates?
yeah, they say, post this online and, give them a blurb about this, and then in this area, put this kind of thing. So I replace some of the words. But
Mhm.
me actually writing long-term content, even my book, the way I wrote it on video because
Okay.
when that blank page sometimes is my nemesis.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a nemesis of a lot of people.
Is it? Okay. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, Simone, you know how to just get on there and type it all up. And wow, that's amazing. Give me that
Oh,
gift.
you know what I've started using AI, honestly, because especially when I started doing these videos on a more consistent basis, getting out here, and there's a great tool that will take the video, make a script with it, or make a transcript of it, and then there's all these different pieces of content that it will spit out based on that video. So I can have the
Okay.
long form content, I can have the short little clips, and because everybody's not the same. There will
Right.
be people out there who want to hear more from you, want to see more from you, want to hear the whole story, beginning, middle, end, right? Russell Brunson talks about the hook, story, and offer. If it's like 30 seconds long, every single time you talk to somebody, how do they get the hook, story, and the offer every time, right? It would be very, very short. And um, everybody doesn't consume content in the same way. So are clients slipping through the cracks in your business, even at 6 or 7 figures? Don't skip this. You're about to find out why your sales growth feels stuck. You're amazing at coaching, but behind the scenes, leads fall through the cracks, admin tasks eat your time, and scaling feels harder than it should. It's not your fault. Your business is leaking opportunities you don't even see. That's why I created free resource 66 strategy holes that are blocking your sales growth. It shows you the exact blind spots in your client lifecycle where you're losing time, money, and clients. So you can finally grow with ease. And these strategies work. One of my clients plugged in just one of my automated systems and grew her revenue 300% while saving over 10 hours every single week. Imagine what fixing just half of these 66 holes could do for you. If you're a serious growth minded coach, stop patching leaks and start scaling with confidence. Join my free online community today and grab your copy of 66 strategy holes that are blocking your sales growth. Click below and get it now. For some people, yeah, the short, pithy quotes and different things like that, they're like, okay, that's cool. And then they'll move on. But if you want to hold them for a while, that long form content will hold them.
Yeah, and I do
Uh,
notice that I get more reactions if I
mhm.
post something a little bit longer.
Yeah, yeah. And if you need to do it on video, do it on video. It doesn't have to be a reel, it can just be a regular video. It can
Yeah,
be a
yeah.
live.
Yeah, I like lives. Lives are fun.
Yeah. And it's not to say that you can't get any short form content from your long form content, chop it up, put some reels, it'll spit out as reels and quote cards and all that wonderful stuff. But draw people back to the long form where they're getting more of the sauce, more of the juice,
Yeah, and
and get to know you better.
yeah, so I have a YouTube channel, so I could probably use some of that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So we talked about what their problems and their fears are. Let's so what makes your coaching different from another Christian coach, another faith-based coach?
Well, for one, is that based on my book, 52 Ways to Do Business and Life in Joy.
Mhm.
I stress getting into your joyful state no matter what, even if there's like little challenges, little hiccups, something new that's going to come across. Because in entrepreneurship, you have to sometimes keep changing things, or like Facebook changes the algorithm, or you have technology that, whoops, I forgot that I have to update it, and now my computer is taking forever and I have a very important appointment
Mhm.
set, things like that. Uh, that's one of the things that I love to teach people about the power of joy. The power of
Mhm.
joy can bring you more money, better relationships. It helps you with your health, um, and the not grinding. Because for me, when you grind, you'll burn out and you'll start not enjoying what you at first loved.
Okay. Give me 1 second. All righty. So that is so the having that joy piece is I feel like that is a good unique selling proposition because a lot of people don't talk about that. Even Christian and faith-based coaches, I don't hear them talking about that too much when it comes to operating their businesses from a standpoint of joy, not allowing it to, because a business can stress you out. It really can. So I feel like that joy has to be intentional.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So let me see if we can kind of put it all together. Can we put it all together? That is discovering your USP or for the target market. Yeah, let's talk about your positioning, right? Because how you position yourself is how you're going to draw the kind of people that you actually want to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so when it comes to, and this is part of your branding, right? So let's, so yeah, when it comes to your branding, we talked about the value of your brand. So your brand's, what's unique about you is that you help help them to not stress out over their business. It's about bringing joy, right? As they are creating this new coaching business that they're doing.
Right.
Is that
And
right?
how easy it is because it's already inside of us.
And it's easy. Okay. So it's bringing out what you already have on the inside,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay. So when it comes to that brand value, the brand value is the thing that's unique about you that you contribute to the marketplace. Um, and bringing out what's already inside. Let me do this.
And I love how you put it earlier. I don't remember the second part, but it says everything you need is already in your head and something. I forgot that second part.
It'll be on the recording because I can't remember what I said either.
It was really good though.
Ah, Um, okay, yeah. Um, all right. And then what is your brand promise? And think about like the the general guarantee that you're making to your customers.
I guess that they will be able to launch,
Mhm.
I don't know what to call it. I don't know if I should call it coaching because there's so many coaches out there and it that may sound a little bit complicated. Launch your new online business or start your laptop lifestyle or but a lot of people use that. So
Maybe they're using it because that's what people want.
hmm. Be able to launch your new business at home from home.
Mm. Do you have a time frame? How long will it take them to launch this new coaching business?
I put 12 weeks. That's what I offered.
Okay,
What do you think? Would that be a pretty decent amount of time?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Um, I had a coach that did she did a whole coaching course, like, create your coaching course and launch it in 6 weeks, so um in 12 weeks you can do a lot. You can do a lot in that time. That's what I think. Um, let's see. So when it comes to your brand promise, this is an example from a small tech repair shop, efficient service and transparency, guarantees quick diagnostics and clear upfront pricing for repairs. So, focus on customer trust and satisfaction without hidden fees. So when it comes to your promise, okay, you can launch your coaching business. So like I said, any like other coaches can do it in, 6 to 12 weeks as well. So is there something that you do that is different? Or is there something in your package that you may want to let people know upfront that they're going to get from you that is different from what other people do?
Well, one of the things I was thinking would be valuable for them is for me to let them know how I wrote my book,
Mhm.
basically for free.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I don't know if that would be attracting the wrong person again.
How you were able to write your book for basically free.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like it's free to write a book, right? Isn't it free to write a book? I could just sit down on my computer and just start writing.
Well, to
Um,
publish it, I mean,
okay, so it's the publishing that normally you would have to pay for, but you were able to get your book published for for basically free.
right.
All right. Okay. How to get your book published. Oh. Um, that sounds like something that would be an awesome thing to include as part of your coaching package so that you're not just putting it out there, hey, get your book published for free, and you're drawing in a lot of people who aren't willing to pay for anything. But if they're willing to pay for the coaching program and getting their book published is part of that, I think that's a good hook.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, what is your brand identity? How do you want to be seen?
And that's where there's like I don't know if you call it a dichotomy, because I do want to attract the elite high ticket client,
Mhm.
but I don't want to have to like wear a costume, is what I call it, and not be myself.
Okay.
So, how do I do that? How do I show up as myself, but also be able to attract those high ticket clients?
Um, so it's kind of a cross between the elite and the down to earth.
Exactly.
Um, hmm. Oh, that's interesting. Your pricing can be elite, but you can show up down to earth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That just came to me. Um, let's see. So you can say, let's see, elite. How about like elite service and elite service, white glove, white glove attention, white glove attention. And this is just coming off the top of my head. Elite service and white glove attention in a down to earth package. A down to earth, relatable package. What do you think of that?
Down to earth. Is there another way of saying down to earth?
Yeah, the only other phrase I came up with is relatable. Um,
Hmm.
there's probably other ways to say it. Let me see if there is. If I do let's do a Google search and down to earth, let's do some synonyms. Practical, sensible, realistic, matter of fact. No nonsense. You don't want to say mundane or common. Unidealistic, unsentimental,
Accessible? What
accessible.
about
That's
something
a
like
good
that?
word. In an accessible, relatable package. There you go. I like that. Elite service. Um, yeah, because it says both. Or maybe not say elite, maybe say premium. Premium service.
Okay.
Yeah. Premium service, white glove attention in an accessible, relatable package.
There you go.
Yeah. Um, so then when it comes to, let's see, so when it comes to figuring out like putting it into words, um, you want to look at do you have leadership in the industry? What's your customer service like? How do you fulfill? How do you delight your clients? Is there efficiency? Can they move through your system quickly? Is there, you do have a framework, I'm assuming, a blueprint that they can walk through, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I try to automate things to make
Mhm.
it easy. What were the other ones?
Um, the other ones, let's see, I'm going back. Um, the leadership, customer service.
Well, I don't want them to. I had this one person who left me like a 16-minute voice message on Facebook.
Mhm. For what reason?
Uh, she, I think I asked her if we could reschedule because she missed her appointment. and she felt that I should have reached out to her to remind her about the appointment. And even though, well, I use Calendly, so that reminded them the day before. It didn't shoot them the message the day of, but it sent them one the day before.
Mhm.
Um,
So they don't get a message the day of?
well, now
At
I
all?
have it set up to do that, but I didn't
Okay,
realize I didn't check that box.
okay.
So I said, hey, we're gonna have to reschedule because you didn't show up, even though you
Mm.
got the reminder yesterday. And yeah, she had her opinion about how I should run my business. And she left me a 16-minute voice.
16 minutes, wow. Yeah, I actually had somebody read me the riot act once too, but because he wanted to cancel his appointment and I forgot to take it off my calendar. And so he got a reminder about it. And he was just very upset about that and told me that he doesn't like the way that I run my business. I'm
Mhm.
thinking, it's a calendar appointment. Why is this triggering you so bad?
And we're human, like,
Yeah, things fall through the cracks sometimes. But
yeah.
yeah, now I try to remember, if somebody says, okay, yeah, I'll cancel. And it's not like in all my reminders, or just about all my reminders, there is a link to cancel the appointment. So they don't even need me to cancel the appointment for them. They can do it themselves. And Calendly has the same thing.
Right.
So, but yeah, sometimes they're dealing with you on a personal level. They want everything to be done on a personal level. Like, no, I don't want to click the button myself. I want you to do it because,
Hmm.
we have this personal thing we've got going on, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, he was triggered by having something on the calendar or having this reminder come through and it wasn't supposed to come through. Yeah, people get triggered by the most interesting things sometimes. Um,
Yeah, so
but
I don't know
hopefully,
what to say about customer service then.
well, with customer service, we do the best we can with the tools that we have and try to use them to the best of our ability. Like my tool, Biz Greenhouse, has lots of lovely little tools in it. It's an all-in-one package, and I can do a lot with it as far as when it comes to automations and making sure that people are notified in specific times and they're kept up to date in like different stages of the process. Um, so it can do all that wonderful stuff. But even with all of that, people just may get triggered at the wrong things, and you just do your best and use the best tools that you have at your disposal to help you
Exactly.
to mitigate all of
Right.
all of that, right?
Yes.
Because none of us are perfect. Okay, let's see. So we can create a statement for your unique selling proposition, and it's based off of what you sell or solve. And what's the name of your coaching program?
Um, I guess profit from your story.
Okay, profit from your story. Um,
Is it better to say profit from your story or profit from my story?
that's a good question. You can test it.
Okay.
Um, And people do like to give you their opinion. So this is something that you can post out there on social media and ask your people. And well, you know what? Gather some people who have some money in your audience first and ask them.
There you go.
Um, because the people who can't really hire you at all, um, it's hard to really take their opinion because they're not able. they're not the people who's going to benefit from your program at
Mm-hmm.
all anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so let's see, profit from your story helps faith-based, faith-based, emerging coaches. Emerging coaches create and or create the life they want through through building a um building building a coaching program that what building a coaching program, building a coaching business um that shares their expertise and makes an impact in the world. Huh.
Hmm.
And impact
I like how you
on the world.
can formulate those words.
Huh.
Have you been doing this for a while?
I have a friend who says that this is my superpower. I'm not sure
Hmm.
how much of a superpower it is, but I'm not too bad at it. I will say that. Not too bad at it. Um, given more time, we can actually put together, like, outline your whole coaching program and put together like the actual words that you can go out there and tell people. But like from our discussion today, and we've been on for a while, but my recommendations are to add some long form content in with your short form. Really go after that problem that people are having. And and another thing too, use your your Calendly. And if Calendly doesn't do that, I would say switch to a system like mine. But what I do is I qualify people when they fill out the form to set up an appointment with me. So if they don't qualify, my form automatically sends them to a page instead of to the calendar where they can schedule a call with me. It goes to a page where they have other options.
Oh,
So,
nice.
but qualify your people and, ask them relevant questions. Are you switching careers? Are you even able to invest in starting a program at this time? Ask them these questions. Are you having these specific problems? Because if they're not your ideal,
Right.
right? And if they're not your ideal, they might as well not get on a call with you because they can't invest in your program anyway. Your program's not going to help them. They're not in a place where they will be helped by your program.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would qualify them. And then, if you do have, say, a recorded course, um, a checklist, you have a book, you can sell them, but downsell them into something else where they're not necessarily using your time
Right.
and picking your brain and getting all this information from you. And if you want to give out information, that's fabulous. That's what a YouTube channel is for.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do it one-on-one. Do it in a broadcast format like this.
Yeah.
Right. Um, and then, yeah, like really talk about what you are offering. Talk about that joy and bringing out what's already inside of them, and talk about. And then I would also go through Alex Hormozzi's book, $100 million offers, so that you can craft your offer in such a way that it's really juicy for people. Because he talks about like doing the main offer, having bonuses, having guarantees, pricing it in a certain way that when people see it, they feel stupid not to get it because it's so juicy and so heavy. Like, why would you not get this? Are you crazy? You
Right.
know, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad. So, I have taken some notes and I am going to send these to you
Oh, thank you.
when we get off of here. And yeah, I'm not going to give you like 15 different pieces of homework. Those, just do a couple of those things, right? Marketing is all about experimentation and iteration, right? If you were to run Facebook ads to draw an audience, what they tell you to do is to A/B test. But your A/B testing is testing one ad against another, but you don't test completely different ads against each other. You'll test the same ad, but there's only a slight difference between them. So you may be testing the headline or testing a video, this video versus that video, or a static image versus a video, but everything else in the ad is the same. You might be testing this button says learn more and this one says buy now, which one converts the best. You might be testing, the call to action language, but your marketing is testing. And you determine that one thing works and it works well, or one thing doesn't work, and so you change it and you figure out what works. And then you move on to try the next thing, something else. Okay, let's figure this part out. Okay, well, we got it to a place where it works. Okay, now we can move on to the next thing, right? So that's pretty much how marketing works.
Nice. It looks like you enjoy doing that type of stuff.
Do I do. I do. It's fun. That's fun. All righty, so we are going to say goodbye now. We've been on for a good while. Although I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it, we're gonna let the people see our discussion and and see what kind of insights they get from it. And if they need any help, they can contact either one of us. Like if you're a Christian lady out there who wants to change careers, you want to share your expertise. Well, here is a coach who wants to help you. Her name is Violet Detre. She's from San Antonio, and she wants to help you to build up the kind of coaching business that will bring you out of where you are and into the kind of lifestyle you really want to live, right? That makes sense. So Violet, tell us, how do we
Amen.
contact you? What is do you have a website, or do you have a giveaway you want to give to the people?
Yes, my website is violetdetre.com. They can also reach out on Instagram. And I do have my chapter that, when I go on podcast, I share with people because the power of joy has really helped me in
Okay.
huge ways. So I put the link there.
Okay. Okay, wonderful. We are going to ready, set, go. And this is written with Brian Tracy. How awesome is that? Um, all right, so a free chapter of this book, Ready, Set, Go. And so yeah, we will put this in the description so you can get it and get a look inside the expertise that Violet is bringing to the world.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
This
you're
was
very
fun.
welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. Okay, let me, we'll see you next time, everyone. Thank you for watching my video. If this content has helped you in any way, help me to share this with others by subscribing to this channel. And please click the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, like the video and don't forget to comment below your biggest takeaway so that we can share it with others. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.